What's up, guys, and welcome back to Ivan's Alignments. Today we are going to be doing brakes on a 2022 X5 X-Drive 40i. Man, I'm telling you, these BMWs, they be adding all types of numbers. Either X5N, 40, X5 Comp, it's just so much. Reminds me like of the Porsches, where it's like a 99 this, 99 that, this model, that model. But anyways, guys, here we go. We got Chris, of course, killing it in the house. Chris, obviously we took the wheel off. That's the first thing you're gonna do. What are we gonna do next?
Me, I like to get the brake line out of its clamps.
All right, so we're gonna take the brake lines out of its clamps, obviously, because we have to take the caliper off. So in order to take the caliper off, gives us some room, we are gonna take them off. Step one, let's just call that step one. Step two, we are gonna grab the inverted Torx, which is a E16, people, there you go. E16 inverted Torx. This is what you're gonna use to take the caliper off. Man, that phone always gets me. All right, guys, so we took the brake hose out of its bracket, so now we have more room. Now the next thing you wanna do is take the pins out so we could spread the brake pads a little bit and pull the pads out, and then we'll pull the caliper out. Here we go. We're gonna grab a small chisel that we have, bang away.
I'm at the lock.
I'm gonna pull the pins out. Once you pull the first pin out, the second one is gonna come out a lot easier. So now we got both pins out. Now we're gonna spread the pads a little bit. You can use a flathead screwdriver. Again, you just gotta spread them a little bit. Clip's gonna come out easy, just like that. Now we're gonna pull the pads out. Sácalo mejor. Now remember, guys, one of the brake pads has a sensor, which is the wear sensor. Obviously, you're gonna replace that as well. So you're gonna wanna pry that sensor up nicely. If you're trying to reuse it, nicely. If not, you could just pry the life out of it. This one actually came out nicely, it didn't even break. If you feel it a little tight, guys, just spread it out a little more. That's it. Wiggle it out. And voila. Pads are out, sensor is out, and Chris just dropped everything because he keeps adding things to a little tray over there. Chris, the tray can't even hold a pound, bro, and you keep adding things to it. Now we're taking the bolts out with the E16 inverted Torx. Hopefully you have a hanger or something so you could actually hang that caliper up. As you see, we have one. We're gonna hang it from the spring. Calipers there, out the way. Now we're gonna take the rotor out, which you're gonna use a 6 Allen. We're gonna use a socket one. It's easier. Nice and easy. If the rotor doesn't come out with a little smack on it, you can love tap it with the hammer. And just like that, guys, you got your pads and rotors out of the car. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the new parts. Man, that looks good. Nice coated rotors. Put the Allen bolt back in its place. Snug it in there. Don't go too tight. So once you mounted the rotor on, as you see, it's a little dirty because our gloves are dirty from the other parts. What you want to do is, guys, you do not want to put the pads with this rotor like looking like this. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it with some brake cleaner and clean it up. So that way we do not contaminate the new pads. Beautiful. If you're wondering why it looks like this, guys, it's because this has a coating on it. Which that coating, as you're driving, that thing just burns away. But still, you don't want grease all over your pads, guys. So just get some brake cleaner, clean it up real quick. That's the right thing to do. Don't contaminate your brand new pads. Now what we're gonna do, we are going to use this amazing tool and we are going to push the pistons back in this caliper. All right, so we're using this nice tool, pushing all 4 pistons in, nice and easy. Now we're gonna retract the tool because we already got everything in. Now, one thing you might want to do, it's just, before putting the brake pads, just clean this section up where the pad sits. Trust me, guys, it's going to make it so much more better. That way you don't have headaches with the pad squeaking, getting stuck, one side of the pad eating more than the other. Just clean it up. Brake clean, a rag, clean it up nicely, and you're going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and clean it. Then obviously we're going to mount the caliper and we'll show you that process. So BRB. All right, guys, so there you go. A little bit of sandpaper, cleaned it up as best as possible. I would say it is pretty clean. There we go, there we go, there we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to go ahead, put the caliper on first. Do not put the pads on and then the calipers, because trust me, that's going to be a lot of work. It's possible, but to be honest, that's the hard way, guys. So we're going to put the caliper back on first. So you're going to grab your 2 inverted torque bolts. Yep. Now we're gonna snug the bolts. Later on, we're gonna torque them. Right now, so a little snug for now. So obviously, we are gonna put the pads in. Oh, fresh from BMW. I love it. No tiene que echarle nada.
No le echo nada.
Nope. So on these BMW pads, people, usually you would put a little bit of brake pad grease, right? You do not have to do it because this is very sticky. So that's gonna stick onto the pistons, guys. So you don't have to, no grease whatsoever. Just slap them on. All right, now that we have the caliper on, we're gonna go put the pads on. There you go, that's one. Here's the second one. Nice and easy, beautiful. Now, you have these two pins, right? You are going to clean them nicely. And once you have them cleaned, then you're gonna install them with the bracket. Which, where is that bracket, Chris?
Right over there. I got you.
There you go, guys. So you want to clean all your hardware before you put it on. Just brake cleaner, a rag, trust me, all this cleans up. It's just excessive brake dust. So we're gonna go ahead and clean it and we'll be back. All right, guys, so we have the pins nice and clean, the bracket, everything's nice and clean. Here we go. I'm gonna put one pin in. We're gonna, now guys, when you put this in, do not forget the pin goes right through it. Do not put it this way, it goes this way. The idea of this is to hold the pads in place. Here you go. That could be an easy mistake people could make. Just like that, we got one of them in. I don't know if you guys could see that clearly. There you go. And now as far as the other one, it's gonna have a little bit of pressure. So as you put in the other pin in, you have to push the clip in. Now what you do, give it a little love tap. Make sure you, before you love tap them, they're actually in the hole, guys. That's one thing you want to make sure of. All right, guys, and this is what's gonna look like once it's installed. And don't forget, even though we didn't show it, make sure you put the sensor in before you put the clip in. It's gonna make life so much easier. Or you could put the sensor on the pad, then slide the pad in, guys. And this is how you do brakes on a 2022 X5, people. Hope this video helps you. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, and comment.